I'm Lofi.
I'm Jinxie.
And we are back for the final finale of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
We didn't want to.
8.
We didn't want to watch it because then it's like over forevers.
But it's gotta happen.
Yeah.
And I'm also excited to see what happens. And I really hope the other Salem came through.
Yeah, we really enjoyed the last episode, which took place in an alternate world, and or like a parallel
blast.
world, and it was so fun, and really fun to see the other aunts, and they were a bit tongue-in-cheek about everything. I mean, they always are, but they were making fun of themselves a lot, like with Nick replacing Harvey. That was one of the best ones. Salem being the evil one, you know, And
then also Sabrina and Harvey still dating, and just all of it was hilarious and creepy all at the same time.
I definitely think
so
it's
good.
One of my favorite episodes.
And
so hopefully this one will be just as equally good.
Yeah, at the end of the last one, Sabrina Morningstar and alternate universe, the Endless / Salem, came through the mirror back into the normal world.
Yeah.
Escaping the void, hopefully. And that's what we know.
I'm kind of nervous about this because I know that they filmed before they got told they canceled, I think. Mm-hmm. So I just wonder how could you
wrap everything
up in a like satisfying series finale when you didn't know you were making a series finale kind of thing. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if they did like reshoots to add stuff in. So I hope they did, but I don't know especially because like with COVID and everything, it's kind of hard to get everybody together to do that.
I feel like there's a lot of unfinished things so far. But anyway, I'm really excited to see it, but also really sad. We can talk about that afterwards.
Yes. I want to know what happens now.
Yeah.
Final intro.
The last time we see this beautiful intro. Definitely one of my favorite intros that I've seen recently.
Agreed. Because so many shows skip intros. Missed opportunity.
Especially when this one is such a great, like, horror-inspired art.
Fear not. I have his writings.
It's all a lie. Scribbled notes.
I can't believe they believed me.
Right?
Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, this is cute.
Feels a bit like a recreation of her and Harvey season 1, though, which I don't like.
An early birthday present.
I mean, I think it's supposed to be a callback, but
I think so too.
I don't like it because it just makes it seem like Nick's the same.
And one for you.
It's adorable.
So that I'll always be able to find you.
I wonder if there's a spell in it so he can actually always really find you.
I hope so.
And all of a sudden Sabrina and Salem sew up.
This is gonna happen, I bet. I'm hyped. I'm so excited.
I hope they notice.
I know, right?
Oh, snap. There's just nothing on the other side.
Sabrina.
Oh, is she okay?
Oh, Mama Salem.
I know.
Oh my god, her
Oh,
face.
gosh.
It's coming. The void.
Oh, don't you dare.
She only went through the mirror. She was fine when she came through. She can't be hurt.
Yeah. Sabrina.
No.
What happened? No, what? Why? What?
Please, no. Nick, she's gone.
I did not bring tissues for this.
Like, just through the mirror? She wasn't even injured when she first entered.
Yeah, but you don't know what happened in the mirror.
Yeah, yes. Does that mean Salem's dead too?
I don't know. Salem's an eldritch terror. He might have survived.
I mean, the bodies looks like it's there. I think it's dark. What the hell? I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy at all.
Oh, no. Does Caliban know yet?
Stand up!
Oh, no. Of course. Just stay down.
All right, I'm so sick of
I hope the void gets you first.
That's what I always wanted. I wanted an eldritch chair to take him out.
Why would you leave it in the same place? You need to go, Greek mythology and just put it in different boxes?
I want to be alone with Sabrina Morningstar.
Can you not bury her? This is my solution when everybody dies. Can you not bury them?
I mean, the other cosmos is destroyed, so technically if you bring her back...
Which of you can help me destroy the void?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Salem probably would have helped.
Are you gonna really trust them?
Well, I mean, the imp, maybe?
But he messes up everything.
Exactly. So, like, he wouldn't necessarily want to be destroyed either in that way. Like, he...
Yeah, but he won't help her, though.
I wish.
Oh, thank God.
I feel like that came out a little bit out of nowhere.
Oh.
Good evening to you, friend.
Oh, hey.
Oh, is that what they meant? Like, I'll bring you help as in this guy?
Yeah.
Is there anything else in your case that might help me defeat the void?
A trade, perhaps?
I kind of wish that he had randomly showed up in every episode of the season because it would have been so funny.
Because I feel like that's what the imp was doing. Be like, yeah, I'll help you by calling this guy over.
Yeah. His partner.
Open it from inside the void. It'll be as if you opened a black hole inside of, well, another black hole.
Oh no, she's gonna do it without telling him. Oh no, Sabrina. I like your nail polish.
Don't you try and follow me, because I'm turning that mirror to stone behind me.
Salem.
Does it even work?
To save all that will be destroyed, open up and deliver me to the void.
Okay, well, I appreciate that spell.
At least they're doing it at the start of the episode, so like...
I know, so I was so curious as to what is gonna happen
You
here.
really are a good boy, Salem.
He's so cute.
I feel like everything's happening so fast.
I know. This is the void? What? Is it just everything it's absorbed so far? Like a realist version?
Like her sweater, so cute. Wasn't Caliban building a white box in the last one that was like the vacuum that was the void?
Oh, I guess so, maybe.
Was he building this?
Yeah.
They don't know she's there. Oh, wait.
Can they not leave the
What?
building? I guess there has to be some sort of representation of it.
She's doing what? We have to go. Now.
They're
Are they
all
all
going?
going? Oh, no, going home.
Oh, I see. I was so confused.
The void is holding on to her. It's not letting go of her.
Not of her body, no, but her soul.
No, don't.
What?
Are
Why
you gonna
would
put
you?
her? They're gonna put her in the other Sabrina. They're gonna pull her soul out, put it in the other Sabrina.
I don't.
This? No, it's not an offering. It's a trap.
Just open it. I don't know if it's gonna work.
I don't know either. Is it actually working or is it?
Well, it traps everything.
Yeah.
There is one intangibility that we can call back to us.
Her soul.
Exactly. Sabrina Spellman's soul.
I don't. I feel like it's such a bad idea.
Sabrina's gonna hate this. She's gonna be so mad.
I know. What if you interrupt
Like,
in the middle of doing?
Also, just a psychological mess.
I mean, they're technically both her bodies, but like, at this point, they've been separated enough that it isn't
It's
really
separate. Yeah, I think in Sabrina's mind, Sabrina Morningstar is separate.
Oh my god! And what if she was so close and they're gonna end up messing it up? Like,
I know.
hurry, hurry, hurry!
Just set the box down and leave it open.
Yeah.
Set the box on the floor. Leave it open.
Could it not be left open when she's gone? Why?
She's gonna be so mad at you.
I'm mad.
But again, she should have told them her plan before going in, because then they could have waited and then done this.
It's gone. The void.
Whatever you did, cousin, it seemed to have worked.
It's not that easy. Unless it went into Sabrina's body.
Ooh, yeah, maybe it did. Obviously, it's not over because there's so much episode left, but I don't know where they're going with this.
You overslept, and on your birthday of all days.
My alarm clock must not have gone off.
Never mind that.
Oh no,
Void
it's
is sucking
gone.
it up, girl. I hope she notices it
The
soon.
question is, what if it's not the void sucking it up? What if it's Pandora's box?
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
Did you eat Sabrina's pancakes, vinegar Tom?
Wasn't me.
Did you hear that? He doesn't even like blueberries.
I'm so happy I got to see Vinegar Tom.
What are you gonna do for your birthday? A little party?
Take out the void.
But I do have news of your daughter. The Queen is dead.
What? My daughters.
Then why didn't you guys tell him to begin with?
I know.
Like, how could you not?
Would her soul not go to hell?
Unless it got sucked into the void, maybe?
My daughters.
A beautiful wife. It's dead.
I do happen to know where the body thief Sabrina and her family will be tonight. and unarmed.
Yeah, because they're always armed.
I understand that he doesn't really consider the other Sabrina his daughter, but she's still technically his daughter, so like, what?
I know.
This is such stupid. I can't even...
Well, I guess that's why he's hesitant. Everybody else doesn't care, though.
Beelzebub, release the Legion.
I do kind of like this epicness. Yeah. I just hate how it's coming about.
Agreed.
You guys look amazing. Hey, where's all the candy?
It should be obvious now.
Right? Oh, yeah, she knows now, for sure. What? This is so weird.
Honestly, I feel like the pacing's a bit disconnected in this episode, so it's throwing me off.
Something else has to be going on, I feel like. Is the Void doing something?
Oh my god, if you can't figure it out after this.
What now?
And then, of course, you're being attacked by the underworld.
Okay.
The outfit.
I'm so into the outfit.
I know.
It's hilarious.
You claim her body for yourself, and you don't even bother to tell me.
Right?
Fair enough.
Treachery!
Oh.
Ambrose, no! Put the one down!
Oh. What happened
Yeah,
to
it
the
is
people?
coming through her, I think, because
That's
all
what I
happened to
thought.
all her stuff.
Yeah, her body is like a connection.
Dude, but you're gonna get Harvey's dad in there.
Well, she plans to get them all out, I guess. Oh no!
Taliban! I mean, you're reading kind of ridiculous episode, so what else?
Oh no, oh no, what are you gonna do?
Sabrina, wait!
I mean, it's not like she's doing it. They literally just come into her
Right.
area. I mean, it does kind of look bad, though, because you do not explain what's going on.
That wasn't magic.
No, it wasn't.
Some covered side.
You can't. You might... What about them? Dude, this is a Midas situation where you might actually suck them into the void.
Sabrina has manifested
Oh,
godlike
because he has no idea what's going
She
on.
decimated our entire force.
Your entire force was like 12 people. Ooh. Oh, she still has that thing.
Here's a gesture you'll understand.
What? If she kills him, I'm gonna be so...
Oh my god.
If you won't give me what's mine, then I'll just have to take it.
This escalated very quickly.
I know,
I mean, she has been kind of going crazy.
Where's my dad? Get him back here.
I don't know. I don't know where they went or how to get them back.
What do you mean you don't know?
Is he dead?
No, I think he's in the void.
No, I don't know.
Did they not even notice?
Ambrose did. I think it was a present or
Did
something.
you kill my dad too, Sabrina?
Stop! Everyone, leave me alone!
You guys get away. I'm sorry.
Stay calm, Sabrina. Come with me. Everyone leave her be. Nicholas, you may accompany.
Because Nicholas is the other magic user who might be able to stay calmish.
You remember, darling, when we first met?
I kind of am enjoying this in a ridiculous way, but she's completely gone, like, off the deep end.
Which, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I just feel like...
Just timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cast you out to wander the mortal
But how?
realm.
Like, just because you drink some of his blood, he still has his own blood. So he would still be king. I don't understand.
I guess maybe because she stabbed him through his wings?
Maybe?
I'm afraid the news is not good.
I realize that it is like just an empty picture. You should throw him up, Sabrina.
I love you, Nick, but I have to go far, far away.
That's
Wait,
not
Sabrina,
a fix.
Away, Magic.
Her favorite spell.
If I use my half as a beacon to lock onto hers with a divination spell, we might be able to find her.
You couldn't have done this earlier.
Right?
You'd freeze.
Well, my body has been forged in the flames of hell when I was being used as a flesh acheron.
But to be fair, space just looks like an art gallery, so...
Right.
And we could use the weird's body, which I have preserved, enchant it, and turn it into some sort of Eldritch oxygen mask.
I mean, that's
I
my
like
favorite
that
part
they're-
so far.
I like it they're reusing waste not, want not.
Beyond the maps of man, at the mountains of madness.
I mean, we're not done, so it could change, but I really hate this whole cutting back to her talking narration thing. I mean, she might have an actual part to play, so we'll see, but...
Yeah.
Didn't somebody vacation in the Mountains of Madness before? I can't remember.
I know they've been here. Didn't she have to get a thing?
Or no, she was lying and saying someone was vacationing.
Humble servant of the terrors.
Ugh, is it Father
Eldritch.
Blackwood?
Yeah.
Oh, because she's the void.
You better run.
Before you unleash the void, my dear girl, I beg you, unleash it.
It's gonna work. It doesn't work on command, though. I think it just happens when she's upset.
I can help you control its terrifying, well-devouring power.
And give it to him.
Why would you believe him?
Or I can leave you.
Yes, please do.
I mean, at least I prefer this Father Blackwood to, like, the previous Father Blackwood.
I mean, I kind of like it, but I wish that he'd been, like, mysteriously off for a while and then came back into this instead of what he's done the rest of the season. Yeah. Then it would... Because I feel like it's too fast of a turnaround for her to believe him.
You arrived to kneel at the Temple of the Void.
Well, that couldn't possibly be prudence with the double swords.
I know.
What is happening in this episode, technically, I feel like could be an entire season.
Right.
Like, the travel to here and all this, like...
I do like their
How did you
cloaks.
find this place?
'Twas me!
Salem outed you!
Why'd you tell him the truth, Salem?
She is the face of the final shadow.
What?
She is the clock keeper of doom.
I'm so confused.
Well, I guess he wants to, like, worship the void, so he can do it in this way.
He knows that in the end she couldn't hold it back, perhaps.
Yeah.
So for him, it's just a waiting game, maybe?
And now you've built some sort of temple. To what ends? You don't care about Sabrina.
Ambrose is asking the real questions.
Does he have some sort of veil up or something?
Oh, I think she's
looking for the rest of the void. To bring it together with the void inside Sabrina. Sabrina, it's all alive.
I think Cheery knows that.
But you're coming with us, Brina. Even if we have to make you.
Like, they'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm into the sisters.
Don't you dare suck them into the void. Oh no, because she can't if she's distracted.
Shiitake.
Stop! Not until you come with us.
Oh, she can't control it.
Do it now!
Oh my god, just suck on... Get Father Blackwood in there.
Nicholas!
We don't get to see it at all? Oh, I'm so sad.
We saved Sabrina by extracting the remainder of the void inside her using Pandora's box.
But how do you get the others out?
And all you shall get is death!
Yeah, I was like, they wouldn't actually.
It will have its meat! It will!
Nick's like, I'm done with you. Just done with your shit.
Sacrifice my girlfriend. Roz is still alive? My dad is still alive.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe we shouldn't hold hands.
Nancy, you'll perform the sacrifice just like Blackwood wanted.
Yeah, like heaven we will.
For the body.
This is a extensive explanation.
It is a complicated plan.
Yes. And I mean, it might work in the end, but I do think that maybe something's gonna go wrong.
So let's finish this the way we always do.
Can't you finish it in a cuter outfit?
You, Nicholas, and I will hold on to it as we venture into the void so that we can find our way back.
Wouldn't it make more sense to have the hobgoblin go with you because he's super fast?
I know, right? I don't know what's going on.
I love you, Spoon. I'll see you on the other side.
I mean, I do think Nick is one of the most experienced with doing supernatural things,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though we never get to see him do it.
I do think it makes sense him holding
But,
Pandora's box.
like,
I just
when
mean,
he
like, Harvey, why?
Went down into the ocean to get the book, and now when he
Right,
went
I
into
know,
space,
we
and like
never
he
get to
does
see
a lot of
it.
stuff.
Yeah. What's the void, I guess?
I mean, it does look like a white room.
My torchlight key and holy knife. Hold Sabrina close to life.
Ambrose, go now.
I do love that they're all tied together and they're all going in.
Mm-hmm. And I did like the spell.
Hey, my angel.
Stay focused.
Wait, who's that?
Is that a Grim Reaper? Oh, this is kind of cute.
Oh, that Ambrose is also the same always because they're all so much older, but they
Yeah.
don't age anymore.
by Harvey, and Ross, and Theo, and Robin, and Ambrose, and Prudence, and Agatha, and Sam, and Nick.
I'm getting feels for like all the seasons. Go, 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 go.
Mm-hmm. Stay focused.
It's Harvey and Rosalind and Mr. Kinkle.
Just stay there. Nick's not back yet. Can Lilith bring her back?
I saved everyone. Everything's gonna be alright.
I mean, they have the other body for a reason, I think.
Right.
So I do think she's going to go in there. I'm not sure how that works, though.
Yeah, but can you do it after the person's dead?
I know, because they couldn't for the other Sabrina. And she didn't end up in hell.
She knew. I knew she did. What she had to do to save them.
We're still early into the episode. I know she's not dead, but like...
I know, right?
Also, did they leave Caliban in there?
I know, I was thinking that's where I didn't see him. I mean, what else, I guess.
Though the two girls were separate for a time, anyone who knows our Sabrina knows they've always been one and the same.
What about her box from Baron Samedi? Who gave her the present? You got an in on the death side, Zelda.
Also, I wonder if they don't go to hell because they worship Hecate now?
Well, I mean, Sabrina Morningstar didn't, though.
That's true.
So I'm confused about it, in a way. Not really confused about it, because, like, maybe they don't go anywhere, that's fine. But you do sign over your soul to hell, so...
She looks beautiful, doesn't she, Hildy?
Oh my god, I can't... I love that they have a statue of her, though. It's so ridiculous.
The Dr. C and I probably just moved back into the mortuary. Because we Spellmans, we should sit together.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to leave Zelda there alone with Ambrose.
It's not right, Hilda. It's just not right that she's gone. No.
They're doing a very good job of getting the feels out of me.
Not if you're scattered to the four corners of the earth.
Why didn't you do this in the first place? I said it from the beginning.
I love that she's a chainsaw, though.
Right.
It's the best.
I love all the surrealist painting. It makes me laugh.
The sweet hair
They're
after.
so over the top.
Excuse me. Is this seat taken?
But how? What's happening?
Is it like is he like astral projecting?
I went swimming in the sea of sorrows. Wicked undertow.
Oh, Nick. Oh, he died? Is he really Nick?
I mean, I could see him doing it, so like...
That's true.
He doesn't have the same attachments that Sabrina does, so...
Yeah. She's wearing a white headband now.
Mm-hmm. I'm so confused.
I know, me too. I don't... It looks like that's held there on the left, and then... Was that painting?
Oh, I don't know. I missed it. Oh!
Okay, I cannot. I'm sorry, I cannot.
So, yeah.
Cannot.
They really didn't know it was the last season, did they?
I don't,
Okay. So, yeah, was not expecting that. So for the...
Did you feel about this particular episode overall?
I didn't mind the episode, and I think it's partially because I had heard how bad it was. So I think it wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. So I kind of enjoyed it because I was expecting it not to be good.
Mm-hmm. Whereas I don't like it at all. And I will get into why. There are definitely like moments that I liked and stuff. But I don't like it. And I honestly think that it's even worse as a series finale.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it's particularly good as a season finale, but as a series finale, I think it is. No.
I feel like it fell blunder to what the gripe I had a lot about season 3 of Sabrina, where you pack so much into an episode that we don't get to see it all.
Yeah, it felt like partway through that we were watching a montage. Like, it's like scene, but they're not connected. There's so much space-time gaps in between, and it's almost like that they wanted to put everybody in it, but because of that, oh wow, they all showed up for the finale, but you don't get to spend any time with them.
And there was especially things you could have cut out. Like, we did not need Miss Wardwell's narration at all. Like, it was
we don't need her at all.
Completely unneeded, which would have given more room for the other bits. We also didn't need Lilith taking over Hell, which I do get. I feel like that was probably something that would have been in the next season.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could have easily just cut it out. I assume they have shots they cut out. Like, I feel like you could have removed that and then put in
I do wonder if
else.
They knew after they got... So we obviously cannot know what was already done before they got canceled and what they tried to adjust afterwards in order to hopefully make it as wrap it up as much as they could.
Yeah, and
I think that perhaps the heaven part, or the sweet hereafter part is a reshoot, so that they could get Nick back up with Sabrina at that point.
And
I think maybe, but I mean, I can't know.
Right.
So,
well, especially because that one, since it is only 2 people, if they did have to reshoot during the pandemic, it's easier because it's one big white room.
But since we can't know, I can only take it as what it is. What it is a montage of disconnected scenes that don't have any I got choked up when she was dying, but that was because the show was ending almost. It wasn't because I had felt connected to the moment. There was no excitement for me when the 4 showed up at the Void Temple, or you know what I mean, because we didn't get to see them struggling to get there, or Nick struggling to get into space with the Eldritch thing in his mouth and stuff, which would have been really fun. So because of the pacing and the montageness of it, it was really hard to just get swept up in the epic things that were happening.
I do want to say, at least though, the scene where she was dying, I do feel like the cast was doing really well. Like, their facial expressions and their tears, like the aunts, I felt it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I definitely think the actors were doing really well. I just think they could have, there were parts that were unneeded.
Yeah.
That could have been spent more focusing on the emotional impact.
I honestly, I think you could have cut out the whole Caliban Dark Lord Hell part completely. Like, you could have just had them, told them that Sabrina was dead and let them mourn separately.
But I do think it was, impactful getting, Harvey's dad sucked into the void.
Agreed. But she could have done that. It would have been great if she was just...
by accident, just with her powers. She didn't know she had them.
I kind of wish that they'd set a lot of stuff up way, way earlier. I wish the Tinker had showed up in every episode so it wouldn't feel so random that he showed up in this one. Not random, but, what's that? Oh,
plot devicey.
Yes, exactly. That he showed up here. Because I think I like the Tinker, and it would have been really, funny that every time he shows up with something, random.
But I don't think he should have shown up to Sabrina before. I think it would have been funny if he was just, at the farmer's market or something and showed up to, Harvey or something completely unrelated, you know?
And I also think that the Void setup should have been way earlier. It would have been great if for some reason she had the Void in her already, and so that throughout the season we were seeing things go missing, and it would have been this long ass mystery, because for us it's so obvious that it's the Void. It would have been great if it had been slowly, so we wouldn't be necessarily immediately associating it with the Void, and it would be less suspiciously oh my god, you're so stupid, why don't you realize it's the Void?
Yeah, but I think that's again something that always happens with Sabrina, is they really don't give enough time for payoff. They don't have it's partially short seasons. Sometimes the writers put too much in, so you just don't get that subtlety build, which I think is a general fault overall.
Yeah.
Which is sad because they have such great moments. The payoff is technically there, but they don't give us time to want it.
Because I think a lot of the scenarios actually were really, really good. I have mixed feelings about the whole Father Blackwood helping Sabrina thing, because you all know I hate him. And I find him, boring.
I hated him less in here.
But I did like the whole, he was, kind of trying to trick Sabrina, but we didn't get to see him doing that. And then she was trying to play him. And I think that would have been really interesting if it had been a whole episode of that, plus the others trying to, get to her with their trip, plus Nick being in space. just a whole epic, like, adventure thing for them, especially because we don't really get to see, like, the others do stuff on their own that much. And I really enjoy having the Weird Sisters be Roz, Agatha, and Prudence.
Agreed.
And I wish that we could have seen them, like, on their adventure, on their way with Ambrose, and the things that they encountered
and
trying
Salem.
to get to this temple.
You forgot about Salem.
Yeah, and Salem. As Sabrina, like, slowly de-evolves, as she was kind of looking
haggard.
Yeah. Or otherwise, just don't do it.
Yeah.
just you don't have time, just don't do it. Come up with something that'll happen in town. I would have been just as happy with that if it had been, like, you know, given that space there. So
I'm kind of happy that they at least included them, like, arriving there. And I think that partially I was happy because it really did help involve Salem. Yeah. Because I just loved that. I wasn't expecting it. And so I was just like, oh, Salem led them there. Of course. It was just really cute. I wasn't prepared for it.
Agreed.
So I really enjoyed that. I think they could have given it enough time. Yeah. Because you could have, like, basically if they'd cut out all the hell bits.
Which is unfortunate because I really enjoy the hell stuff, but it just didn't fit. Sabrina dying in the beginning, well, first of all, that annoyed me, but if she needed to die, then she needed to die. But then, like, putting her in her body, like, what a waste of time. Like, and then at the end, when we thought that she was going to go into her space body that was all frozen, and she didn't because it's the end and they're in the suite hereafter or whatever, they didn't really need to waste time doing. Like, she didn't need to jump into their body. They could have been like, oh, we'll just pull her body out, but the box got left behind. Or whatever. Like, I don't need it. And also, well, Nick giving her the necklace in this episode also is the same thing of there's no setup. Like, if he had given it to her earlier, like, when they first got back together. Right. I think... Because then we would have forgotten about it by that time. Yeah. And I think it would have worked better.
But I still thought the next thing was cute. I knew it was going to be used for something, but I thought it was cute. The thing is, like, I'm not as harsh as you about it as I am. Like, as you, I'm not as harsh about it as you are. I guess it's partially because I enjoyed the little moments so much that I will, like, those are what stood out for me versus, like, the disconnect plot holy bits. So I think I'm just focusing on more of the little things of, like, I was shocked when Sabrina Morningstar died at the beginning, and it really surprised me, and I wasn't prepared for it, so I felt it. I do still wish they had, like, told Caliban and them at the time, so I was really
I know, I felt like we were both like, why wouldn't you tell her husband and father? Yeah. Like, you know.
But if they were gonna if they weren't going to, I do wish they had just sort of melded them into the end funeral. Like, didn't show them at all and melded them into the end funeral.
Let's just finish off talking about hell before we move on.
Okay.
The whole thing with Lilith stabbing the Dark Lord. I know it was probably a setup, but I didn't really understand the whole, like, how can you banish him because you drink his blood thing? Like, I just didn't get it at all.
Oh, I think it's I don't think it's necessarily the drinking his blood. I think it's because she stabbed him through his wings.
In the wings? Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting. I didn't get it at the time. So it's like... It's just really funny. And also, if Sabrina's not involved, I'm not sure if I care who was running hell.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they would have, like, somehow added things in.
I do feel a bit bad they didn't pull Caliban out of the void.
I know.
Which is really... The thing is, because in the last episode, he was so cute with Sabrina Morningstar.
But technically that wasn't Caliban.
Yeah, it was the other Caliban.
Yeah.
I think it would have been fun if... I mean, they didn't have time to do this. But if they did, after Sabrina's Morningstar, to see Caliban... in this, instead of just this rage, to, like, break down and then go, like, a bit, like, crazy, like, and then, I think that would have been really fun.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I really had wanted to see them more mourn than revengey.
Yeah.
Was what I would have wanted. I liked that, even though they were just, like, watching a movie and all making out, I thought it was cute, because you don't really get to see them just hanging out, all the
I thought that was
kids,
cute too.
So I enjoyed that. And then I did like how much, like, Nick and Sabrina we got this episode. I thought it was really sweet.
Agreed. I really liked a lot of the setups. Obviously, I already talked about, like, the Eldritch Terror face thing. I thought that was really fun. And I actually really liked that the void was in her and she was accidentally sucking up people. I kind of wish she sucked up even more people. I really, really loved that setup. So,
because knew it was void related, but I didn't realize it was really coming from her right away. Because I was like, is the void just seeping out or whatever? Yeah. And then realizing it is her, like, I did like that.
Like, and Roz got sucked up a bit too late for me in terms of, like, wouldn't it be great if it was like I said, a King Midas situation.
Yeah.
Where it was really, like, you're turning people you care about to gold, but it's like they're getting sucked in. But instead it was just, besides Harvey's dad, a bunch of like villains. So it would have been great if it was just, hey, has anybody seen this person for a while? Because I just loved that whole setup, and I wish we could have gotten more emotional impact from it.
Sad we didn't get to see more of Harvey's emotional impact, because not only was his dad sucked in, which also the fact that his dad was sucked in by magic is even worse because his brother died by magic, and then Roz being sucked in, like, I mean, I'm sad we didn't really get to see him processing that, but I do like get why, because it's a very large cast. And then I did also enjoy getting to see like Vinegar Tom. I like that we got a little bit of that.
We didn't see Dr. C.
We didn't. I wonder if he just wasn't available.
Yeah, could be.
Besides Nick and Sabrina, I really enjoyed, like, the aunts, like, after Sabrina died, like, them talking was really good.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting them to try and get her back, but it cut off. I was like, oh, we still have more where they're, like, going to bring her back.
I was so expecting there to be more. I wasn't expecting that to be the ending.
Yeah.
And, I do think it's really cute. I do love that, like, Nick died and came to
I know,
her.
and I love that it wasn't random. It was just, like, him being his reckless self, swimming in the sea of sorrows.
To go be over there.
Yeah.
And it seems very Nick to me. Like, I believe it. Like I said before, he doesn't have the connections that Sabrina has. I'm really happy we got to see so much of the cast.
Agreed. I'm not sure how I feel about the Void space. Because on the one hand, I like that it's not what I expected. You know, like that it's just like this big room and then the paintings and stuff. But I think maybe it just felt a little like not as intimidating as I wanted. Because I thought it was really intimidating when she was accidentally sucking in people.
Yeah.
Like, I think that part was all...
With the demons and stuff. Not the demons, but like the aunts were the voids.
Like in the last episode. Yes. Sorry, I thought I was confused what you were talking about.
Teenage witch aunts were the void.
I don't know, for some reason I didn't find it intimidating enough, so I wanted it to be, even though it looked epic, I feel like it didn't feel as epic
strongly suspect that was partially I suspect it was a budget thing, because I feel like that is a very budget way of doing it. Once I accepted what it was, though, I did really find the paintings amusing. When I first saw it, I was like... and I definitely wouldn't say it's, like, my favorite scenario. But what they did with it with the paintings, I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
Like, putting all these surrealist paintings in there.
And then the Sweet Hereafter basically being the same thing. Just, you know, slightly different. I'm still confused as to why they saw that wall that said the void, but, like, backwards. Like, they were on the outside of the void. Like, I don't know.
Well, because that room was supposed to be, like, a representation of everything,
yeah, I guess, because it's got, like, the planets things.
Representation of the void.
But it was confusing for me. It didn't need to be.
It was a little weird. Yeah.
They could have been all having just regular breakfast time before they got called to see dead Sabrina. Like, whatever. So, the series as a whole, I much prefer this...
Do you mean this
Sorry, the season. The season as a whole. I much prefer this season than to last season. Agreed. I think overall, even though there's a huge amount of cheese in this season, a lot of it was cheese that I enjoyed.
It was also just, I feel like, more linear. Like I said, like, they're not good at setups, but I feel like this formula they went with for this season with the Eldritch Terrors did allow it to make setup a little easier. I feel like it just flowed better.
I do really liked the Eldritch Terrors as well. I wish they could have done a little bit better on the build-up, because I think that they were like, build up, and then it dropped a little bit, and then, like, it was just a little bit too in and out. I think this one, and then, what's the one? Like, the Void and the Return, unfortunately, were not two Eldritch Terrors that I felt were really, like, scary as Eldritch Terrors. Like, it was cool that the dead were coming back, but in that one, and then this one... A lot of the other stuff was cool, and, like, her sucking people into the void is cool, but I just did not feel the intimidation of those two Eldritch Terrors, whereas, like, they didn't need to be Eldritch Terrors kind of thing.
I think...
So, but overall, I think that most of them really were, like, Eldritch Terrors level, you know? Especially something like, gosh, what's the one that was the octopus one? Because they leaned into that, like, B-horror movie, I think maybe that's when they really do the Eldritch Terrors really feel the best.
Yeah, no, when they just sort of go with the full cheese, it was definitely the most enjoyable that way. I think probably my least favorite was... So, the Eldritch Terror itself I liked, but the episode, I mean, like the Imp, the Perverse, least favorite.
Agreed.
Just because of the whole military Father Blackwood thing. There were parts within it I liked, but that was probably my least favorite for the season. I think my Ooh, what would be my favorite? I mean, I did definitely enjoy the last episode, for sure. The Endless was really good.
The Endless was really good.
Well, because I do really enjoy the episode. It's a really fun episode, but I also really... I think it's because I don't necessarily have a favorite episode. I have favorite moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think one of my favorite moments are Sabrina and Nick singing You Are 16 Going on 17.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, I agree that there were so many good... I do think that, obviously, the last one was my favorite because I said it at the beginning of the season, and there were so many great things about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as an overall episode, it was definitely the most well done,
but
sure.
I did really enjoy the weird. I enjoyed the Uninvited.
The Uninvited was fun.
I think The Darkness was a good first episode or one because it wasn't that much, but it was still like really intimidating with like all the lights going out and everything.
It was a good little build up for sure.
Oh, she didn't use the gift from Baron Samedi, so that must have been a setup for next season.
Probably
when they return Sabrina, I bet.
Yeah, like you could definitely tell there are things from this season that could have been set up for the next one, or just dropped plot. Sabrina's done that before.
Yeah,
but
I think because if they weren't intending to bring her back for the end of this season, so they added in that part where she's in the Sweet Hereafter, I bet it would have been episode 1, and they figured out how to use the box and call in Baron Samedi and stuff, so they had to set up that character.
I wish they could do like a movie just to wrap things up. Just a movie to like bring her back or something, because I cannot believe that was the end.
Yeah, and plus we're still slightly confused about the dynamics of like where the witches, how come Sabrina Morningstar's not in hell kind of thing, because she ends up in the Sweet Hereafter if Sabrina Spellman does, so would she not just like...
Well, that's the thing is though, I don't know if she has her own conventional soul, or maybe it's because like Lilith is now taking over hell, so I don't know where they go, or is it because they're partially celestial beings that like they go somewhere else, or because originally because I thought it might have been that they worship Hecate, but Sabrina Morningstar doesn't, so
yeah,
I'm not sure. So I do have to say I do love how they did make such good separation as people, Sabrina Spellman and Sabrina Morningstar, because they were distinct characters, and I feel like that could have been really hard to do, and I do feel like I individually have strong feelings for both of the characters.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm happy that I definitely like wanted more Sabrina Morningstar, but from what I did get that connection.
I think I really, really fell in love with Sabrina Morningstar through the episodes, so I definitely wanted more from her as well. I did not expect to love the split Sabrina so much.
Because I think at first we were like, what?
Yeah. I think I might have even ended up loving Sabrina Morningstar more than Sabrina Spellman, because I loved how decisive Sabrina Morningstar was, and how willing she was to go the distance. And Sabrina Spellman is the same, but
she's rasher and not as calculated.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about Sabrina Morningstar, man.
I think it's also, I mean, it could also be partially, since we didn't see Sabrina Morningstar as much, they couldn't make as many blunders with her.
Yeah.
Because I definitely think there are episodes where they did do that. Like the episode with the Returned, I think Sabrina they just wrote her, like, just not well in that episode.
Yeah.
And I think they've definitely done that with other episodes where they make her sort of small-minded and petty, which I don't think is really her. Like, I think she can obviously have those moments because she's a teenager, but usually she's, like, bigger picture. So when they do just change her character a bit for her plot deviciness, it always just, like, cheapened it for me.
Like, we didn't get that with Sabrina Morningstar.
Exactly.
So we still love her.
Yeah. So
I'm sad we didn't get closure on some of the others, although I understand why, but I'm still sad that we didn't get to. We don't really know what happened to them. We just know that Nick ended up with her. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I just don't know how to feel.
Yeah. Overall, really enjoyed the season. I think it's way better to go out now than they did out if they had gone out last season.
Which sucks. There was so much potential last season.
Ready for series talk.
Yeah. What is everything that happened in season 1?
Here's the thing I think about Sabrina. While I love all this cheese and stuff that happened in this season, I think their biggest mistakes, that what season 1 gave was so different from where they became in season 4. So I can understand people be really disappointed in like these later seasons if you thought season 1 was going to represent the whole series.
Yeah, no, the shift is definitely, I will say, interesting. Because, yeah, I love season 1 because I do love the sort of horror, tension, magic side of things. And then I'm not sure what happened with season 2 or 3, because I just feel like it got a little
I think season
lost.
3 is where it really got lost. And I think that, unfortunately, season 4 could not recover enough for Netflix to keep them. You know what I mean? Like, I really think that season 3 is one where really put people off a lot more.
Sucks. I wish season 3 had just been Pan, I think. Was it Pan or was the other one?
Yeah. Well, the season 3 is where they introduced Caliban, I believe. Isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. But I wish it had just been Pan, because that whole mythical sort of build-up was really... I feel like that would have... It had vibes similar to season 1, where I feel like if they had done it right, that whole Pan storyline could have definitely given that sort of horror vibiness, because it was totally there. Yeah. But they just put so much in it. Like, season 3 could have been 3 seasons in and of itself, because they did so much.
Well, season 1 is a lot slower and stuff like that. So I do think that, like, what their audience expectations would not be fulfilled. I don't know.
I feel like
I don't know what I'm saying. I just think as a series, it is very interesting to see.
To compare them?
Yeah, like if you think of season 1 and this season, the differences between them.
I guess I also wonder, like, does that matter to you all? Like, did the sort of the attitude of it changing matter to you? Did you notice it?
But surely the people watching this are people who stuck around for all seasons. You know what I mean? I think season 1 watchers who really enjoyed season 1 and do not enjoy this level of camp and stuff would have dropped out sooner already. I don't know, though. It's just when we're comparing them now. Like, when I was watching it, I wasn't thinking about this. It's just looking back on the series as a whole, I'm thinking about this.
Yeah, which sucks. I feel like season 3 was definitely the worst season. Right? Yeah. What happened? I don't even remember what is season 2?
Isn't that where, like, the angels show up and she gets her power stuff? And so it is, like, the first step into moving into that slightly cheesy. Yeah. It started, you could see the flaws in it. I think a little bit of the season 3 flaws, but season 3 is, like, the thing.
I think, season 2 definitely, I think, wasn't as cohesive, but season 3 was just...
Because season 3 is dealing with Nick's aftermath, kind of. But not really, that's what I meant. There's a bunch of other stuff going on.
I think we thought season 2 was a little boring, and then season 3 had too much.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I feel like... I know.
Watch our previous reactions to find out, because we clearly cannot remember what we thought about stuff.
Yeah, but I think I remember season 2 was a little boring, and then season 3 was the exact opposite. So, 1 and 4 are definitely my favorites.
Agreed.
For entirely different reasons.
They're completely different.
But I like them both. They represent two sides of myself very well.
So, things I am the most sad about. Never got a proper Riverdale crossover.
I know.
As someone who is watching both Riverdale and Sabrina at the same time, even though we're farther behind on Riverdale, I just would have got a lot of joy out of it. That's
just all. Even a little bit.
I know we have had like a couple minor characters. Obviously, Robin is the same actor as Kurtz. But it just would have been fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the Sabrina character could still show up on Riverdale, but...
That's true.
Not enough magic spells. I really love the rhyming magic spells. I'm not a super fan of the circle ones as much.
I think they get a little boring.
So, would have loved more magic spells.
In general, more of the... Like, and again, I think that's because season 1 really sets you up for to go to the magic school, and then just barely nothing. The school is just always an upheaval because Father Blackwood's doing this, and then this Hecate thing's happening, and then Pan's happening. There's just... School doesn't exist.
I think maybe I'm just in a magic school mood, though. So, that could be it. I'm just always in a magic school mood.
No, I think we've definitely said this before, of like, why is the school even there?
Yeah.
Like...
One last thing that I wish that they had more, but obviously this could not be helped. Take your wild guess.
Salem.
Yes. More Salem.
Yeah, can't help a horrible allergy.
Yes.
I love how they included him in this one, though. Yes. It was very good.
Things I absolutely love about the show. The atmosphere. I love the atmosphere of the show. There is not many, like, oh gosh, how do I say this? Horror-leaning, but kind of also kitschy, but, like, slightly vintage retro, but it's not vintage retro. Like, I don't know. The aesthetics of the show, I adore.
It definitely always felt like autumn.
I think that it was really... It had such inventive ideas. even if it doesn't always get followed through, some of the greatest like setups
turn it all into books and then just
there's comic books, but
but then just expand all the things they couldn't include in the show, just because the potential was all there. There's always such good potential, which was so frustrating. And like if it was turned into a book, it's a lot cheaper to make a book, so you could just put it all in. If you know any great fanfics, let us know, because this
outfits were often fantastic. From the matching weird sisters in the beginning to all of Sabrina's changes.
I think the cast was also, most of the cast I really enjoyed.
And a lot of them you could tell were enjoying the hell out of themselves. That is one of the best things. They were like all in, especially when you're doing something with like magic. I think a lot of Zelda's magic, I forget the actress's name who's playing her. She's just
crisp.
So like when she was like praying to Hecate, and like a lot of the over the top witch scenes, she just rocked them. And then Hilda was so sweet. And such a great contrast to Zelda and her relationship with Dr. C. Everything, the moments she had with Sabrina were so heartwarming. Loved them.
Yeah, I just think all the cast did great throughout it. Probably my least favorite would be like Faustus, but I don't know how much I can blame that on the actor.
No, I think I just hate the character.
Yeah, he just stuck around way too long. Which, honestly, I don't think I would have minded him in this season if we hadn't had all the stuff in the previous two. Like, if he had been in there for season 1 and then, like, taken down and then just trapped for at least a season or 2 and then somehow get out, then I think it would have been more impactful. I'm still sad that, like, Harvey and Sabrina didn't stay together the whole series because I do think their relationship was super sweet. But then I also really like Nick.
Yeah.
So I wish I could just have, like, both. Like, one version of Sabrina where Nick didn't exist and was with Harvey, and then this version.
I still, even with the flaws of the show, I still wish it was going on. I still really enjoy the witchiness. I still really enjoyed the
relationships, the connections.
So I'm going to be very sad that it's over.
I wasn't ready.
I understand. Maybe people don't care anymore, but I'm sad about it. And I would definitely rewatch season 1 and various other episodes that are my faves. I don't want to say goodbye.
I know.
To it, but we must.
Oh, I was talking about, like, if anybody did, like, mashups.
Oh, yeah.
To make, like, a sort of more cohesive Sabrina. If anybody knows of any, I'd totally watch it. People still make fan vids.
True.
It's a thing. I'm not up to times with them, but I know they exist.
I know.
And I wasn't ready for the ending. And again, it's the thing because they didn't know they were doing a season finale. So, I do actually feel like it was more season finale than I expected it to be.
Series finale or season finale?
Series finale. Since at least everybody was in the episode. So that was good. If we hadn't seen people in the episode, then I would have been sad.
Yeah.
But, so, it was more than I expected it to be, but definitely not as much as it could have been if they had actually known it was going to be the series finale. This is one thing I hate about American television. There's never, like, a set end, so...
Whereas when you're watching Asian ones, they already know how many of the episodes are going to be. Well, not all Asian ones, but, like...
More often than not.
South Korean or something, where you're like, I know going in, 16 episodes, unless they decide to extend it a little, they already know the ending.
Granted, not the worst ending. Nothing will top Dark Angel.
Oh my god. I don't even want to discuss the ending of Dark Angel. It has so much potential. Why did it end? The other one, Sarah Connor Chronicles.
I never
Dang
finished
it, they just jumped up to the future. Why are you canceling it now?
Spoilers.
That was so interesting. Oh yeah, I guess spoilers if you've never seen it. Anyway,
it's
there's
been
probably
so many years.
so many other shows like that. So definitely not the worst. They tried to wrap it up, at least. We must say goodbye.
I know. I don't even know how to...
of Sabrina.
I don't even know how to end this.
I know. I think we're dragging it now.
We are. We just don't want to be...
Let's everybody talk about it in the comments.
Yeah, let us live it out a little longer.
Yeah.
Is that why you're still watching this? Is that why you watched this long? You're like, I'm not ready for it to be over. Well, we're sorry. We're there with you now. It's over. But thank you for sticking with us this long. It's been great having you all here. We hope you check out our other shows or give us recommendations for ones you would enjoy. We're not adding in a lot right now because we're overloaded, but in the future, let us know everything in the comments. Your favorite seasons, your favorite episodes, what you didn't like. We want it all. Enjoy the finale with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps us out. And we will see you all in the next show. Bye.
Take my advice, and you might just get the only thing better than hairspray. Hairspray, wow, that's me. Do 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 do. It's too high for me. Okay. What are we even doing? What are we even supposed to be doing today?
Ready? 1, 2. What do we didn't even plan out our intro at all. Whatever. Go with
it. Do you need the mirror? Oh, is it wrong? But
it didn't hit anything, so.
Cool. Thank God, it's just water.
Just the floor. I need to wipe it down, and then I'm going to put it on the floor. So take that.
How much water did you have in there?
It was a full cup. Oh, gosh. Well, what were you... Yeah, what were you saying
before I
was interrupted?
Yeah, we went on a long-ass time for that one. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I can't even... I don't know